channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Owen Brincat, and today I'm going to review the latest horror film, Barbarian. This movie is directed by Zach Cregger, and this movie stars Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. In town for a job interview, a young woman, played by Georgina Campbell, arrives at her Airbnb rental late at night only to find that the house has mistakenly double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to stay the night anyway, but soon discovers that there is more to be afraid of in the house than the other house guest. Now, of course, I'm going to keep this review very vague, not spoilers, not revealing what is revealed in this house. All I'm going to say, though, is that I heard great things about this movie going in. I heard nothing about Barbarian. I've seen a lot of social media videos about this movie, and I'm very interested going in. All I know is that Bill Skarsgård is in it and Justin Long. So, I went into this movie not expecting anything. I was going into the movie expecting at least a decent horror film, but what I got from Barbarian is basically better than I was expecting, because I would say Barbarian is absolutely guaranteed my favorite horror film that came out this year. This is one of those movies that felt so fresh and new, but also it's a very safe film that is very entertaining from start to finish. Of course, the cast in this film, the three leads in the film, are great in this film. Georgina Campbell in the film, I thought she does a really great job in the film. I haven't seen this actress in anything before, so it's really fresh to see a new actress into my mind that is very talented and wanting to see her in more stuff, and I thought she does an amazing job in this film. You are so convinced with her. When she is scared, she looks so realistic. Like, she tears up at a couple of scenes where I'm like, holy shit, her acting is actually really flawless in the film, and I thought Georgina Campbell, as the main lead, does a really great job in the film. Bill Skarsgård in this film is also great in this film. I'm not going to get into too much what his character is in the film, but he does a really terrific job in the film. He's definitely a mysterious character in this film, but he did a really good job in this role. But I gotta say, the person that really stood the show for me is Justin Long in this film. His character cracks me up in this film because he's definitely a comedic relief in the film, which that's what's really surprising about this film. This film actually has some comedic moments, and Justin Long carries that, and I thought he does a really terrific job with the comedy in the film, and his character in the film is also a great character in the film. He has his reasoning why he's in the film, and I thought he has a good chemistry with Georgina Campbell in the film, and I thought he does a great job in the film. But I gotta say, the filmmaking status in this movie is probably the most impressive that I've seen in this film. The cinematography in Barbarian is absolutely fantastic in this film. The cinematography is basically feeling like a character in this film. It shows how scary this house is. And I love the techniques that they use for the cinematography. There are some first-person shots, like a GoPro shot, which I thought is really clever. There are some great one-shot scenes as well. Even transition shots look really cool in this film. And speaking of transition, the editing of this film. Man, the editing of this film is impressive. There are some certain moments where I'm like, this is kind of clever. I love the way this film is edited. Now, here's the thing. This is a horror film after all. Is Barbarian scary? Absolutely. There are some great, clever scares in this film that I honestly did not see coming. And I'm not going to reveal what's in the house or in the basement like the trailer presented, keeping it as spoiler-free as possible. But what we see in there is something wild, crazy, and terrifying. And that's this movie. It actually felt like a Sam Raimi film in a couple parts, because this movie is wild and crazy and also brutal. And I thought Barbarian does a really great job with the scares. And the story of this film, I really enjoyed throughout the film. It's one of those stories where you don't know what is going to happen because the trailers didn't reveal all that much, but when things happen, the movie just gets more invested and more entertaining. And this movie is basically an hour and like 40 minutes long, so this movie feels very short, but the pacing of Barbarian is fantastic in this film. It's a safe, but also fresh horror film to watch where it's very entertaining from start to finish with great characters, great scares, and also the filmmaking is amazing in the film. Have no idea who Zach Cregger is. I heard he's like a comedian, but man, I want to see more from with his horror films, or any film in general, because he looks like he knows what he is doing, and I think this is his first big film. I gotta say, Zach Cregger, you did a great job with Barbarian. Overall, Barbarian, absolutely is one of my favorite horror films of the year. I would say horror films have not been the best this year, to be completely honest with you, unless for ones I've known of that I've seen. I know there's some horror films I haven't seen yet that I heard are good, but so far Barbarian is absolutely my favorite horror film that I've seen all year. The direction is great, the cast in the movie is fantastic, this movie is terrifying, but also wild and crazy, and even funny at a couple of moments. I think Zach Cregger has a bright future behind him, because Barbarian is absolutely great, and I am going to give Barbarian an A. So guys, that is my review for Barbarian. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like this movie, hate this movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, status, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. And have a nice day.